Coming up on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada, we tee it up in the nation's capital, where 4 players get trapped inside Canada's Cold War Museum.
Not that one.
Even as smart as we are, we failed. It's a great competition, contest, or test of your mental and physical skills.
And a community strives to eliminate homelessness among veterans in Ottawa and across Canada.
It's rebuilding the sense of community. It's making them realize that they had never stopped being the soldiers that they are.
And then, a record-setting playoff decides the champion of the National Capital Open to support our troops. All that and more, next. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Ottawa, Ontario is a dynamic showcase city of more than 1 million people. Located along the Quebec border on the banks of the Ottawa River, it's a city steeped in culture. A community rich in heritage featuring world-class museums and famous landmarks like the Rideau Canal. And each year, the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns to the nation's capital for the National Capital Open to support our troops. This year, the Tour announced a 5-year extension of the tournament that will see the event remain in Ottawa through 2021. Once again, Highlands Golf Club North Course played host as the Tour headed into its home stretch. And the 6,832-yard par 71 layout was the backdrop to another exciting finish. Low scores were the story of the day for the first round of the National Capital Open to support our troops from Ottawa, Ontario. After winning the Bayview Place Island Savings Open presented by Times Colonist in June, Adam Cornelsen finished round 1 in a tie for second with 7 other players, and in the hunt for the second title of his career.
I think it's just a building block that I'm going to, keep trying to go forward and keep trying to go up. Winning was a great experience. Let's keep going in the direction I'm going and see it.
Coming off a T15 at the ATB Financial Classic, New York's Mike Miller posted the best start of his career, carding 9 birdies to only 1 bogey on his way to an 8 under 63, taking the lead by 2 strokes.
The front 9 had it going, made 6 birdies and a bogey, and then really kind of flawless, and then made some more birdies early in the back 9. And then all of a sudden just kind of, get a little tight, got to 8 under, and start to realize, wanted to put a good round together and just started to miss some greens, but the putter was working today.
Since turning pro in 2014, Miller has been steady, but he's still looking for the first win of his professional career.
I've been really fortunate with a lot of opportunities, got to play in the US Open, a few web events. I feel like the game's ready, I just haven't played in much. This is my 4th Canadian event, and I want to keep my card and I want to play well, and in order to do that, you got to be around the lead or win.
After the break, we see how a new project will make a huge impact on homeless veterans, and follow 4 players on their journey deep into the Diefenbunker. Then see who surges ahead in the second round of the National Capital Open to support our troops, when this is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Every major city around the world contends with the crucial issue of homelessness amongst its citizens, many of which are veterans of military service. In Ottawa, the problem is confronted head-on by the Multi-Faith Housing Initiative with the development of Veterans House.
Veterans House is a 40-unit facility. We intend to build it on the former Rockcliffe Air Base. We chose that site specifically as a way to commemorate the military history of that background. It's what we call housing first. So everybody who goes into this house has a leaseholder agreement, and they have all the legal rights and responsibility of any renter. And then what we do is we wrap them around with supports. So all the different service organizations come in and help them to be successful and to have what they need in order to really turn their lives around and have a good quality life.
Nearly 10% of the homeless population in Ottawa consists of military veterans, which comes out to roughly 6,500 people living without stable housing.
I believe Canada has a duty of care to our veterans. The fact that any veteran is living on the streets of Ottawa, to me, is a failure of the country, and we want to work with the community to help solve that problem.
Following a life-changing encounter with a wounded homeless veteran, Captain Victoria Ryan understood the urgency of the Veterans House project.
It would mean that he would get the support and the help that he needs to move forward. He could eventually get the surgery that's required to fix the outside wounds, as well as the camaraderie and the understanding to start fixing the wounds that we can't see. And that's what's required here. So it's rebuilding the sense of community. It's making them realize that they had never stopped being the soldiers that they are. And that's the most important part of, I think, what we're trying to achieve here at Veterans House.
Through the National Capital Open to support our troops, the Mackenzie Tour sheds light on this important cause.
Golfers themselves tend to have a very philanthropic background. If you think of golfers and all the charitable golfing tournaments that happen in a year, you don't get the same kind of charitable leaning in other sports.
This year, the tournament helped raise $100,000 for the building of Veterans House.
We aim to have this project shovel-ready by 2017 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Canada as well as the 100th anniversary of Vimy Ridge.
The PGA Tour proudly supports community initiatives around the world.
Having the PGA Tour here and raising awareness, that's one more step to having the City of Ottawa and the country as a whole recognize them as, hey, they are human beings. And they're not someone to be afraid of, and they're not someone to just leave sitting on the corner.
California's Manev Shah got it rolling in the second round of the National Capital Open to support our troops. The Mackenzie Tour rookie opened with birdies on 7 of his first 12 holes and then finished birdie eagle to get to 15 under.
I was in a good place to where I could just kind of look where I wanted to hit it, and it would go right there. So days like this are pretty fun to play golf in. Just kind of played within myself and add up to a pretty low number.
Shaw followed up a first round 65 with a 9 under 62 for the lowest 36-hole start in Mackenzie Tour history, building a 2-stroke lead over BC's Adam Cornelson. The 29-year-old carded a second consecutive bogey-free round on Friday, posting a 7 under 64 to get to 13 under. Rookie Scott Vincent, who's been in contention in 5 of 8 events this season, climbed to 10 under, just 5 off the lead heading into the weekend, while first-round leader Mike Miller fell off the pace with a second-round 73. Prior to the National Capital Open to support our troops, Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada pros John Catlin, Vince Cavello, Seth Reeves, and Ben Polland visited Ottawa's most unique historical site, the Diefenbunker.
They're actually coming to escape the Diefenbunker, Canada's Cold War Museum, where we've sort of built on an escape experience into an existing museum where the players are brought onto a museum tour as if they were going to look at all the different Cold War artifacts and actual places where the Prime Minister would be housed if there was an actual Cold War crisis or a nuclear strike. And on the tour, something will go sideways.
This is Agent 967, deep undercover with the enemy. If you're watching this, your country needs you. The Diefenbunker has been a front for an enemy organization known as the UKR. I've learned of an imminent attack scheduled on Canadian soil to take place in just 60 minutes from now. There are 3 keys used to arm and disarm the launch sequence. Your mission is to split into 3 teams and obtain 3 keys, and then work together to successfully gain access to the CBC room. There, you will find the instructions to deactivate the launch and then locate the key to escape the facility. I have taped 3 mission envelopes under the tables in this room. You don't have a lot of time. Good luck.
Coming up next,
I'm lost. I'm officially lost.
we find out if the boys can survive and escape the Diefenbunker. And then see some new names climb atop the leaderboard on moving day at the National Capital Open to support our troops. All that and more when this is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada returns. This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. With their mission in hand, John Catlin, Vince Cavello, Seth Reeves, and Ben Polland set off to save the world.
Northwest on focus. Focus, northwest.
Escape rooms is basically taking a video game of finding your way through a room, solving puzzles in order to escape and avoid an imminent danger, and we've put that in real life. they will have to definitely work as a team.
This is FWC-3, or -1 probably.
What room is this?
Private Council Secretary 332.
I'm lost. I'm officially lost.
The key to success is using each person's strengths on the team and realizing what they are. You can't all attack the same situation. You need to divide and conquer, and you need to know that if you haven't solved something within a certain amount of time, defer to a partner or someone else on your team to let them have a crack at it.
Minus Manitoba, 75. Plus Nova Scotia, 892. And then times that by 7. 6335, that's our box finder box.
Yeah, make sure they're all in right.
Not that one.
That was a blast. You kind of got your adrenaline going because you're scrambling around trying to figure things out and think and process at the same time, and it was fun. Come back here.
So 313 ahead. 313. So it's always fun to kind of work together toward a common goal.
So use the cipher shift decryption.
Which is this one.
I was just really surprised of how intricate the clues were. It's really well thought out.
Go, 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 go!
In the final seconds, the group deactivated the bombs, but were unsuccessful in saving themselves.
One! I would recommend anybody to come here and enjoy it and try and escape because we failed.
We missed it by like 3 seconds!
Even as smart as we are, we failed. So it's a great competition, contest, or test of your mental and physical skills.
Round 3 of the National Capital Open to support our troops featured a hot round from Arizona's Jonathan Kahn. The 27-year-old posted a bogey-free 9-under par 62 to climb into a share of the lead.
I just hit a lot of good shots. I drove it great and just hit some close ones early, and I kind of got the confidence going. I played well the first rounds, but didn't quite get much shot around. But made some putts and kept going, and here we are.
Kahn reached the clubhouse at 15 under, still behind the leaders, but he closed the day in a tie for the lead when the 36-hole leader, Manav Shah, bogeyed 2 of his final 3 holes, finishing with an even par 71.
It was a bit more windy out there today. Wasn't hitting it that great, so it was kind of a grind today. Even par is not bad given the wind out there today. Fought pretty hard, got up and down quite a bit. I'm in a good spot going in tomorrow, so I just got to go out there, play my game tomorrow, and everything should fall in place.
Playing in the same group with Shaw, Adam Cornelsen fired a 1-under 70 to get within 1 of the lead pack.
I'll take this position going into tomorrow. You know, I'm a little disappointed in how I played today, but, you know, to have a chance to win on Sunday is all you can ask for, and that's what I have.
In his best round in 6 starts this season on the Mackenzie Tour, Spain's Sam Del Val also climbed into contention with a blazing 7-under 64 on moving day, setting the table for a great final round showdown. Coming up next on This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Final round fireworks at the National Capital Open to support our troops. And as we head down the final stretch of the 2016 season, players chase their Web.com Tour dreams.
Getting status on Web is why we play this tour. We're trying to get that jersey, trying to get inside of the top 5.
This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. The final round of the National Capital Open to support our troops had it all. Wind, rain, and a dramatic 7-hole playoff to determine the 9th champion of the 2016 season. Steady rains came early, dogging players as they navigated the final 18 holes. But thanks to the amazing grounds crew at Highlands Golf Club, everyone played on. 54-hole co-leaders Manav Shah and Jonathan Kahn struggled down the stretch, both falling out of contention with over-par rounds. Washington's Brock Mackenzie started the day 3 shots off the lead. After an even par front 9, the 25-year-old posted 4 birdies, including a 10-footer on the 72nd hole, finishing with the final round 68 to reach 15 under par, 2 behind tournament leader Adam Cornelsen. Cornelsen began his final round run birdieing 3 of his first 4 holes, but after 3 bogeys, he'd make the turn at even par. But Cornelsen found his groove with a birdie on 10 to get back to minus 15 for the tournament. The BC native took the lead with birdies at 13 and 15, scoring on both par 5s coming home to reach 17 under with 3 to play. But on Championship Sunday, anything can happen. Cornelsen bogeyed his final 2 holes, dropping back into a tie with Mackenzie at 15 under.
It was tough. It was dumping rain at times and blowing 30 kilometers an hour, and you know, everything else kind of just goes out the window. You just try and battle and get it done. I had a chance to win on 18, and unfortunately I didn't go in.
Starting the day one off the pace at 14 under, Spain's Sam Del Valle dropped out of contention with a 1-over front nine, but played his way back in with 3 birdies down the stretch. But it was 2 very delicate par saves on the final 2 holes which put him in a 3-way tie atop the leaderboard, and in the first playoff of the 2016 season alongside Cornelsen and Mackenzie.
I thought Adam had kind of a stranglehold on it, and unfortunately he made those 2 bogeys. And then all of a sudden the playoffs started, and chaos kind of ensued.
All 3 contenders parred the first 2 extra holes, but Mackenzie struck first at the par 3 third hole, stuffing a 6-iron from 185 yards to 4 feet for birdie. While Sam Del Valle was able to keep pace with an amazing birdie from outside 10 feet. Cornelsen's dreams of a second victory in 2016 were dashed when his birdie attempt failed to find the bottom of the cup. But with a T2 finish, he picked up another Freedom 55 Financial Canadian Player of the Week check and valuable position inside the top 5 on the Order of Merit.
I worked pretty hard this winter to get my game where I felt I needed to be, and fortunately I've been playing pretty well this year. You know, just confidence is the big thing with me. At Slow Victoria, it really grew. You know, I've been trying to build off that. Push for the end of the season's coming quickly here. At the beginning of the week, if you told me I'd be in a playoff, I'd probably take it.
Brock Mackenzie and Sam Del Valle traded punches on the next 3 playoff holes. Mackenzie hitting greens with laser accuracy, Del Valle staying alive with amazing up and downs for par.
I kind of thought I was going to win about 3 different times in that playoff, and Sam made that beautiful putt.
The 2 headed back to the 3rd hole for the 7th extra inning, where Mackenzie threw another dart, leaving himself 15 feet for the birdie and the victory.
I've been on a few playoffs before, but definitely not a 7-hole playoff. It was definitely a great battle. We made a great putt on the 7th hole here on the par 3, and you know, I couldn't do anything else than congratulate him.
The victory is Mackenzie's 3rd on the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada.
Winning's hard. Seems like it gets harder and harder on this tour. The quality of guys, it goes up every year, and you have to be that much better. So I don't take it for granted for sure.
The win moves Mackenzie into 2nd place on the Order of Merit and in strong position to earn a promotion to the Web.com Tour, where he played in 2015.
I've played really good golf for probably the last 3 or 4 years. Last year on the Web.com Tour, I think I was the #2 ball striker on tour, but I just putted poorly. I'm hoping that the putting is coming around where next year, hopefully I'll be doing what JJ Spawn and some of the guys that have graduated up there are doing.
The race for the top 5 in the Order of Merit is heating up. 2016 NCAA champion Aaron Wise sits in the 5th position after his victory in Edmonton, while Adam Cornelsen moves into 4th after his strong showing in Ottawa. Taylor Moore played well in the nation's capital, cementing his place at #3, but traded places with Brock Mackenzie, who jumped 1 place into 2nd after his victory. After 3 victories this season, Dan Mccarthy is still holding strong in #1, a position he's held for 9 consecutive weeks. With the conclusion of the National Capital Open to support our troops, there are now 3 more opportunities, 3 more chances for players to realize their lifelong dream.
My goal to come in the start of the year was to be in the top 5, and everybody's chasing for a win out here, and that's all I've been doing all year.
Getting status on Web is why we play this tour. We're trying to get that jersey, trying to get inside of the top 5, and you know, it would mean a lot.
To get those Web.com cards on the 18th green there at the Tour Championship in London, Ontario is why we're all out here.
And each player's strategy in reaching the top 5 is unique.
I need to make a few more putts, I think, out there. It kind of seems that every week someone's, shooting a course record or breaking some kind of record of some sort. So a lot of it comes down to putting. So hopefully a few more putts fall.
I've been pretty patient out on the golf course and have been fortunate to have a pretty hot putter. Maybe focus a little bit more on my driver. I'd like to just sharpen that up a little bit and just try and keep the putter hot.
You have to be aggressive out here. You have to shoot low numbers, otherwise you're just going to get lapped by the field. So I think you always have to be aggressive. So I'm going to continue being aggressive, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, then it'll work out somewhere down the road.
They're all chasing an opportunity, like 2014 Mackenzie Tour Player of the Year, Joel Damon, He sits 22nd on the Web.com Tour money list.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. It did go and almost went in.
Yeah, I'm not interested in just earning money. I'm interested in winning, over and over again and getting to the PGA Tour. Look what Mackenzie Hughes did. As of right now, he's on the PGA Tour. So that's the ultimate goal. This is a stepping stone in the right direction.
Mackenzie Hughes' breakthrough victory at the Web.com Tour's Price Cutter Charity Championship presented by Dr. Pepper vaulted him into the top 15 on the Web.com Tour official money list, locking up his PGA Tour card for the 2016-17 season.
It shows that this stage prepares you for the next and the Web prepares you for the Tour, so that's kind of the goal from here to get status on the Web.com, so I definitely want to get back out there.
And Hughes, the 2013 Mackenzie Tour Player of the Year, isn't the only one making waves at the next level. 2015 Player of the Year J.J. Spahn captured his first victory on the Web.com Tour at the new Sentinel Open presented by Pilot, punching his ticket to the PGA Tour. Other Mackenzie Tour alums, C.T. Pan, Julian Etuline, and Joel Damon are all in position to earn their PGA Tour cards by finishing inside the 25 on the Web.com Tour money list. And 9 others are currently inside the top 75, which gets them into the Web.com Tour finals at the end of the season.
We have so many players that played on the Mackenzie Tour last year that have already earned their PGA Tour cards through the Web.com season. That's really inspirational. Knowing that JJ, Mac, and a few of the others, CT, now have really good status on the PGA Tour next year, that's what we dream about.
That's all for This is the Mackenzie Tour PGA Tour Canada. Join us next time when the tour lands in Nova Scotia for the Cape Breton Open. Thanks for watching.